Sometimes I think about aliens, how they look or how the first contact will look like. And when someone talks about aliens, I always get random references from a Hollywood movie like Predator or the movie Aliens, or in fact Avengers for God's sake. And I think Bollywood does not care about aliens enough because they created a cartoon instead of an alien. So, whenever someone imagines or think about aliens, they often think of them as human forms, which is totally absurd. It's absurd because we humans think of alien as human figures. There's no creativity in how a different life form, which is made from different proportions of chemicals on a different planet, which has a completely different structure of evolution, and the planet which is hundreds of light years away from us. And when we talk about, for example, ghosts, we interpret them as human forms as well. Humans have inherently the greatest fear from themselves. And so think of a human face with totally black eyes. And that's the most scariest human form one could imagine. And the point of this is that we tend to make something that is out of this world like ourselves, which is just not true and just not scientifically correct. So let's come back to the aliens and the actual science behind it, how it's going to look like. So the first question that arises is that, is there life in outer space? The answer is yes, because Earth is in outer space and we know life exists here. And we think of Earth as something special, but it's really not. There is a study in which they found that 18 exoplanetary systems where the chemical building blocks present are also present in other solar systems in roughly the same proportions. And these star planet systems are hundreds of light years away from us. Similarly, the interstellar gases are composed of the same stuff as the Sun, the Earth, or your body. Our Earth is just one of the rocky planets out there with an ordinary size star in the Milky Way, which consists of about 100 billion stars like our Sun. So, here I want to give you an idea of how big a billion is, and most of you would have already heard it before. So, when we take a million or a billion in account with the time, if we count each seconds, then a million is 10 or 11 days and a billion is about 32 years. So there's a big difference. And when we talk about the universe, we have hundreds of billions, or in fact trillions. So that's how massive numbers exist when we describe the universe. And there are very, very small numbers too to describe the universe in the quantum realm. If life can exist on Earth for billions of years, there's no reason to think it cannot thrive anywhere else. Carl Sagan once said that we are made of stardust, and the most common elements in the universe from what we are made of, and as well as the universe, are hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, and nitrogen, which makes up almost 96% of the atoms in our bodies, which is in the same proportion we see them in the universe. So the same process that occurred here could also occur somewhere else, and the Earth may not be that unique. Most scientists believe that there is life out there somewhere. But the question they ask is that if there is technologically intelligent life out there, and science is about collecting evidence or data, and those blurry UFO or the videos that are circling around on social media is not evidence, and the first contact would not likely occur this way. The James Webb Space Telescope might be able to detect biosignatures in the atmosphere of exoplanets around other stars. The James Webb is 100 times more sensitive than the Hubble space, and yet even it will struggle to capture certain chemical signatures in the atmosphere of the exoplanets. What proves that life exists on other planets is that the waste product of biology, or like the pollution which is created from heavy industries. So this is the first kind of contact that we can have from our telescopes. The next level of contact will be of communication, exchanging messages. If there are extraterrestrial life out there, and if we broadcast music in form of radio waves to a latent star system where there is a super habitable Earth-like planet, it will take about 12 years to get there. And if they decided to reply back, it will take another 12 years to come back to Earth. Then there will be the intellectual contact where we will share how our science or culture evolved, and they will also probably share how life and culture evolved on their planet. Then there will be the physical contact, where most of the science fiction books or movies start, and although this will be the last of them. And I don't think if any other alien civilization which is that advanced to make interstellar travel possible would attack on Earth for resources, because the resources that are on Earth are everywhere available in the universe for free. Things like gold and diamonds, which are so valuable to us, will be meaningless to who can travel between the stars. And this contact will not look like some movie where they will try to kill us. Because life is rare in the universe, and someone that intelligent will not destroy it. Instead, there will be sharing of knowledge, there will be curiosity to know each other, companionship, and sharing of cultures, and maybe they would have solutions to the mysteries of the universe too, so that they can teach us as well. But there will be one problem with the contact, with the first physical contact. So, this pandemic has taught us that these small viruses or microorganisms can rip life apart in matter of days. So, microorganisms from other life form which evolved in a completely different way would be dangerous. So, the first physical contact might take place in the orbit itself, so that those pathogens don't come to Earth. Because life on Earth uses 22 amino acids, and this is a real experiment which was done. And if we expose life to pathogens made using amino acids not found on Earth, our cells in fighting those pathogens drops to 80 to 90% down to as low as 15%, putting that life would not exist on Earth. It will be a failure, and this could also be fatal to them as well. So the first contact will happen, and the James Webb is the best we have got until now. So it's just a matter of curiosity.